we go again with the prop box. Now, I kind of threw some of these in here hoping that they would do well, and most of the avocados did fantastically, but there was definitely a few of them that were just ready to go. So this is kind of sort of a massive purge, and I know this may seem kind of silly and unfruitful to people that I'm just doing things by trial and error, but sometimes that's more enjoyable to, give it a trial and error and see what actually works and then see how you can continue to prosper from it. It's kind of like a brain game in real life, but I definitely failed with a lot of these date seeds that just turned moldy inside of the prop box. And honestly, I think that's probably fine because I had so many of them and I really don't think that they're going much of anywhere. So the ones that got super duper moldy that I couldn't swish the mold off and doing this little washing machine motion by shaking the cup in a circle, I just threw them out. It's time to let them go and we'll move on to other things. But the ones that didn't look like they got moldy or didn't look like there were any signs of funkiness, I'm just going to cover them with dirt at this point. And we'll keep watering and forgetting about them because it's clear that just leaving them in water like this is not working well for me, if anything else. There was a point where they definitely were starting to develop and a few of them had some root growth popping out of the seed, but not in the way that I really need it to happen. So I think that at least for me and my trial by fire of trying to grow these things, that they just belong in dirt. And I kind of feel the same way about my little lemon seeds here because a few of them did get disgusting and a few of them did survive and thrive. And with the success of my other lemon plant that's sitting outside, I really want to get the rest of these ones to be as successful as well, because how fun would that be to have just endless lemons? I saw this one lady at the grocery store this last week who literally bought a cart full of lemons. I don't know what she does with the lemons, and maybe the lemons are completely her thing because not for nothing, she was also wearing this really fantastic lemon dress. Everything was lemons. She bought every single bag of lemons in the store, whole cart full send. I couldn't believe it, but maybe she has a lemonade stand or something. But could you imagine growing so many lemons that you literally never need to go to the store again? I'm not sure if that's exactly my goal, but that could be pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to have success with any of these cherry seeds that are in here either, because a lot of them did get instantly moldy, but everything that survived is about to be covered in dirt, and then we'll take it from there and see what happens. So I am once again just increasingly surprised with how many of these did survive and how many actually fit in this little box. It's totally crazy. But I decided this time for my sanity that I was going to actually label the cups. I've tried doing little sticks to identify what's what, but since these are all in plastic cups, there's no reason why I can't write it on the outside with a Sharpie. I mean, doesn't that literally make sense? So the cherries are going 2 by 2 in each cup to see if anything does happen, because I can always pull them apart later and give them their own little separate housing. And the lemon seeds as well are going to be 2 by 2s. The date seeds, I don't think that I had very many left at the end of the day. I think there were maybe 5 out of the 20 that were previously there. But I think it feels good to thin the herd and focus on what's actually succeeding instead of trying to make something that isn't working work. I think gardening can actually teach you a lot about life and different skills that you can use across whatever you do, whether it's just basic interaction with people or your job or your hobbies. I mean, you keep investing in the things that you're investing in until they stop growing, I guess. But, not for nothing. The grass plant or whatever is only going to be green or grow if you continue to water it. So I guess you just have to figure out what pastures are worth your time. I do always find my avocado seeds to be a good investment of my time and energy, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in bigger pots, just slightly bigger, with their top of the bulb facing outward and just gently placed in the dirt. You don't want to bury an avocado seed. You just kind of want to gently place it in and have the top part of the seed poking out, so that way when its little sprout emerges, it can find the sun with ease. But 3 of my biggest success stories are actually headed to bigger housing this week. It's still going to be temporary because I don't think this size pot is going to be a long-term solution for a mango tree. But this mango tree is doing so fantastic. I'm really surprised with myself and how much this has grown, because I never in a million years would have thought that I would have been able to grow a mango tree from seed. So let's just not count my chickens before they hatch, so to speak, but be thankful that at some point this probably will bear fruit if I keep it up. It is so tall and with so many leaves now at this point, I don't even know what to do. But I'm going to put it in this nice pot and hope that this is a better solution for it for a little while. It did have some roots that were starting to come out of the bottom of the planter that it was originally in, but nothing quite like this little avocado that could. I mean, his roots are starting to get a little funky in the water, so it's definitely time to move him into soil. And I had 2 plant options, well, planters. One with a hole and one without a hole. I'm going to go ahead and put this one inside of the pot with the drain hole, because I do kind of sort of plan to keep this one inside with me. I'm doing an inside and outside experiment since both of the plants are now at the same height, about the avocado plants anyways. But since I at this time have a limited selection of ceramic pots to work with, this one is going to go inside and stay there. I'm going to leave a little bit of the funkiness on the roots because I think that this plant will eventually end up overcoming it. But the one that's outside, I'm going to end up putting in the other planter that you saw without the drain hole, because it is hot and it is humid and I know I will forget to go check on it. So if I overwater it and the water ends up sitting in there for a while, I know between the heat and humidity, it will naturally evaporate, so I won't have to worry so much about it as I will with the inside pots. Now, this one is also kind of sort of a first success story, I guess. This was the first pineapple top that I started to propagate. And while it looks kind of funny, its root system has been doing fantastic and growing. This pot is not a long-term solution for it, but where this one started off and is doing really well in a situation where its roots are kind of bound and in a tight area, I'd like to continue that pattern of growth with it because it seems like it is excelling. So I'm going to peel back some of these crusty leaves that have dried out and make room for the plant to continue to focus on building a stronger root ball, as well as getting the height that it seems to be developing over the past week. I can't believe how tall this one got. It doesn't fit on its shelf anymore, but I'm not ready to put it outside or anything. So these are my 3 that I think I'm going to keep indoors. I think that, I say that about the mango plant, but it really did so well when it was sitting outside that I think I might be doing it a disservice, but I think I may bring it in and out like a dog. I do like for it to get the nice sun from outside because I feel like that's the most natural way for the plants to grow. I do have plenty of plant-specific lighting inside of the house, so it's not like they're totally missing out, but obviously I think the mango plant responded really, really well to the natural. So let's see where they go from here.